Hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Sowore, and I must say that I commend you. You are a very bold person. I mean, with everything that these people do to you, you still come out with guns blazing every single time. I mean, the most recent one was just really amazing. So I just want to ask you one question and maybe a follow-up later if I have time. So you said people like Obasanjo, Babangida, and the rest of them, the people that control like power at the top in Nigeria, brought out Peter Obi just so that Tinubu will eventually win. So I'm just wondering if you would explain to us what was their end game, because I like to think, and I believe you because you know a lot of things, you have a lot of contacts in some of these places. But I'm just thinking people like Obasanjo with some of their body language, I'm not quite sure I trust Babangida so much, but Obasanjo has also been at loggerheads with Tinubu right from the days of when he was the first president in 1999. All that fight he had with Tinubu when Tinubu was the governor and all of that. So I would like to believe that they are not really good. But, to think that Peter Obi was used, because Peter Obi came like towards the end of 2022, that's when the movement really, really became serious. I also agree with you that, Labour Party, gave him I'm a Peter Obi supporter. I voted Peter Obi, I'll vote him again. And I see your comments, I see, all the jabs that you threw at him. I would like to believe that if we are really, really going to maybe okay, yes, my time is up. If we're going to take over power, if we are not going for Peter Obi, who do we go for? But I also want you to answer, why do you think that Obasanjo also, was tricked the people? Because I don't think that Obasanjo actually wanted Tinubu to become the president. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. At least you admit to something that I know these people more than most people, because I have been a student of Nigerian politics since 1989. When I entered the university, I started immediately when I was 19 years old, but I didn't get to be doing national politics until 1992 when I became the president of the student union. And where I wanted to look is this: who were the major candidates in 2023? It was Tinubu, Atiku, and Peter Obi was later on, after he lost out from the PDP as a candidate, when he knew that he wasn't going to, he left and went to Labour Party. Obasanjo's biggest enemy in Nigeria is not Tinubu, it's Atiku. Obasanjo prefers a Tinubu to be president of Nigeria than Atiku because he knew that if Atiku has one more day to die, he will kill Obasanjo before he dies because of what Obasanjo did to ruin his political career from 2007 or 2003 in particular, when he was vice president to Obasanjo. Most of you didn't know, but I covered their fight. It was probably the worst fight in the political history of this country, and it's nothing comparable to the fights that Obasanjo had with Tinubu. So, and he has looked at it geographically and knew that Atiku had sufficient influence, if you are not careful, to win the election. But if they take out the East and the South South and the Middle East, I mean the Middle Belt, where there are Christians, because the Christians in the Middle Belt were oppressed, they have been oppressed. Southern Kaduna, Taraba, Plateau, Benue, they've had issues of oppression with Fulani herdsmen and domination. And now they have to deal with the Muslim ticket. They couldn't stand it. Obasanjo, to religious leaders, especially all the GOs, reached out to them and said, look, um, we have to take our don't support Tinubu. But Obasanjo, being a Yoruba man, is still comfortable with another Yoruba man being president than for an Atiku who he know will strangulate him to be president. And I'm sure it was part of the calculation that that idea of breaking the back of Atiku cannot happen without introducing Obi into the equation. And if you look at the people who they surrounded Obi with, you will understand this. Doyin Okupe was appointed by Obasanjo, but he was close to Tinubu. Pat Utomi, who took Peter Obi to Labour Party and claimed that he stepped down for him because Pat Utomi claimed at Labour Party convention, which they did wuru quickly, that he stepped down for Peter Obi. He is one of the closest person to Tinubu. In fact, there's still a video online where Tinubu was dancing and Utomi was dancing with him and Larry Banjo. You guys probably know Larry Banjo, but I saw him recently at Ganifa event. So all these things did not happen by accident. Even the guy that replaced Okupe, when Peter Obi realized Okupe was stealing money from his campaign, they got Okupe convicted. I'll tell you the story who convicted Okupe in the future. But without even going too far, Okupe was convicted by the judge who tried me for treason, Justice Ijoma Ojukwu. Ijoma Ojukwu is the wife of Professor Ojukwu. Professor Ojukwu works at Bayes University. Bayes University is a university owned by Dati, the vice presidential candidate of Peter Obi. So when they wanted to deal with Okupe, the judge convicted Okupe because they couldn't stand Okupe. Okupe was stealing campaign money. And you're hearing this from him for the first time. But don't forget, it was the same Okupe they sent to me to come and join Labour Party and join Peter Obi's campaign. And I said, me? Are you mad? You guys remember when I responded to Okupe and he never called me back? Because I told him, I said, how dare you, Okupe, come and tell me to join a campaign that you are part of? That even if the campaign was legitimate, the fact that you are part of it shows that it's a fraud. That is what I told Okupe. And I wrote about it on my Twitter page. Of course, all the people who were supporting Obi were abusing me. They said Okupe was the best thing to happen to them since peanut butter was invented. Even Abure, that was your hero, I was constantly telling you guys that the Labour Party is Airbnb, short renter, that they will soon kick Peter Obi out of the place because he only came to rent it for 2023. Has it not happened? Because I know all the plots that is happening. I know who is involved. It was the same Obasanjo who went to Baba Adebanjo's house after the election was supposedly stolen, that there should not be protest. He doesn't want Nigeria to break up. He has seen civil war before. And that was why the idea of protest was quelled. Because Obasanjo at that point had gained what he wanted most, ensuring that Atiku did not become president. But he didn't mind his townsman, a fellow Yoruba man, being president because at least they can speak Yoruba to themselves and resolve their differences. What did Obasanjo do later? He went to meet Tinubu's wife, greeted her. Next time, Obasanjo went and put uh, Tinubu's hat, the one with handcuff, and wore it and said he didn't know his Tinubu's hat. They can play people who don't understand them. Nobody can play on my intelligence, and this is why you see that sometimes people are uncomfortable when I say them. I can't be part of any packaging. You can't package anything to me in Nigeria because I have been around here for a while. And as to who to support in 2027, you know already. Let the lion lead the pack of lions. Abandon the sheep and the sheepies. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm sure you've listened to that whole long episode. I find it quite funny where every time, we keep we keep we keep disrespecting ourselves as citizens, as if we don't matter. Citizens don't have a say, they don't have anything in the whole thing, that happens. And listening to Sowore, I've heard this a lot of time. People have spoken about this and stuff like that. The thing that for me that was very instructive in this particular statement that Sowore did was that Sowore didn't put himself as a candidate. How do I put it? As a candidate in the campaign. Even because when he was talking about the people who were supposed to be like, who are the people that were compared, I thought he was not even going to mention his name. He never did. So Sowore knows that as far as he stays on that space, that he's just there for being their sake. That he's not even like for me, that's what I'm reading from the this particular statement that he has made on X, that he is not even, I don't want to call it, I don't want to say it's not about being credible, that he is not even one of the front runners or anything. He's just there. There are some people who have also said that Sowore is there to get, all of these people to come in and stuff like that. I mean, all the time. We don't sit down. We always want to blame something else or somebody else or something else for anything. We never take responsibility. So, okay, someone has, it's because of ABCD that this person came. It's because of this. Because of, and this is one of the things that a lot of this, you see a lot of these PDP people, put out is because of Peter Obi that Tinubu got into office. No, Tinubu rigged the election. People voted. Peter Obi had the right to contest, just the way Sowore has the right to contest, just the way Atiku had the right to contest, and people voted, for Peter Obi. And if you're talking about this thing, so in 2019, Atiku was the candidate. Why didn't he win? Why didn't he? Yeah, fine. So according to them, he was rigged. Okay, fine. Why didn't he stop the rigging? Why? He couldn't. It's not as if he has not had a chance. Somebody that has had a chance and has repeatedly failed all the time, they keep putting him as, he's the one that we do it. He's the one that we do it. Just the same thing, that other people keep parroting. I don't know where all of that comes from. Sometimes it just makes me, it's just like they'll sit down and say that, it's because of Bring Back Our Girls movement that Jonathan lost election. They never talk about Jonathan's bad governance. They never talk about the fact that Jonathan lost 5 governors without an election. He made people to leave PDP to go and join that coalition. They don't even talk about the coalition. It's BPOG. Because we came out to demand that people who were abducted and their lives should matter, we became the enemy. Not the people that refuse to bring people in. And then people wonder why there's so much kidnapping in Nigeria today. There will be a lot of kidnapping. And we will continue to pay ransom because we have decided that our lives don't matter. But anyway, thank you for watching.